There is one government program that most everyone says is a big success, and that's Head Start.
Head Start has been such an extraordinary success over all these years.
It's a program that's working.
Everyone loves Head Start. It gives underprivileged kids some early education to give them a head start before regular school. Its lobby says it's a place
where dreams are born and minds are nourished, talent can grow, curiosity flourish.
Head Start is a great program.
and it gets results.
I think there's tons of results.
Everyone thinks that, but it's not true.
We've spent $180 billion on a program that has zero advantage for disadvantaged kids.
What do you mean zero advantage?
There was a study that just came out in 2010, funded by the federal government. It looked at 114 indicators. It did not find one positive outcome.
Some poor kids got Head Start, other kids didn't.
They couldn't tell the difference between the kid that had the large Head Start investment and the similar poor disadvantaged kid.
The government's own study found positive impacts while the kids were in Head Start. But 1 year later, all gone.
By kindergarten and first grade, they could find no difference in the kids that went and the kids that didn't.
Now our president's taken a strong stance against ineffective programs.
We've got to eliminate programs that don't work.
Eliminating programs that don't work.
Eliminating programs that no longer work.
We've spent more than $100 billion, and the government does this big study and finds, oops, no difference.
Right.
So they say, okay, we're going to stop.
No, instead, it gets $1 billion increase. And then the next year, in 2012, this year, it gets a $400 million increase. And in Obama's 2013 budget, it gets another $100 million increase.
I had a chance to visit one of the classrooms here, and I have to say it got me a little choked up.
We should be choked up because government keeps spending more money on programs that even they admit don't work. I wanted to confront the administration or people from Head Start about this, but they wouldn't talk to me. So I'm glad Congressman Ellison did.
You cannot tell me that the food that they get, the instruction that they get, the love that they get from the people who work there are not doing these kids tremendous benefit.
I would like to believe that they get a lasting benefit, but the government's own data finds none of that.
Well, you know what? That's not the problem of Head Start. That's the problem of not adequate investment in our public education system.
What would be enough? 50,000 a kid, 100,000 a kid? The line is always we have to spend more money, and if we're just better funded, we'll eventually get better outcomes for kids.
That's what the big spenders always say about most everything government does.
Yes, we can.
More money and government power will fix everything. But no, they can't. Okay, although government can't. When we return, we'll see how free people can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
No, they can't. That's a nasty title for my new book, but politicians can't do what private individuals can. Over the years, politicians have promised us energy independence, world peace, an end to poverty. If we just give them more money, they will solve those problems. But no, they can't. Their plans go bad. Head Start doesn't work. College tuition pays for spas. The TSA is awful.
She actually touched my vagina.
There are hundreds of other examples of how government can't in here. You can read more about that on my website, johnstossel.com. But wait, you say, if government can't, what about cutting-edge science like NASA? America did send a man to the moon.
You got the flag up now.
We all like this.
Beautiful, just beautiful.
But think about it. It cost billions, and what did we get? Promos for a breakfast drink.
Tang instant breakfast drink went with them.
NASA technology did bring us the CAT scan, but our billions haven't gotten us much. We get lots of delayed projects. Government science is clumsy. By contrast, for a fraction of the cost, a private group called the X Prize does better.
Offer a prize and they will come.
They promised $10 million to anyone who could launch 3 men into outer space. 25 teams competed for the prize.
I have never been myself as creative as I have eyeballing this damn prize.
Burt Rutan's Spaceship One won the prize. Then billionaire investors said, I want a piece of that.
Richard Branson came in and bought the rights and commercialized it to create Virgin Galactic,
a company that plans to run a tour bus in space. Already, Tom Hanks, Ashton Kutcher, Katy Perry, and Brangelina bought tickets. The fare is $200,000 now, but Branson says someday it'll be as cheap as normal airfare.
This is Richard Branson, and he's here to service you.
I'm told private companies won't want to do this. There's no money to be made in going to the moon, so this has to be done by government.
You know, all new innovation really comes out of the private sector. It comes out of entrepreneurs.
How are they going to make money?
By charging for the ride.
Politicians say
government support is critical in helping businesses get new energy ideas off the ground.
We're programmed to believe that if it's for real high-tech, futuristic innovation, it's got to come from the government.
And it's just the opposite.
The feds have already thrown billions at failures like Solyndra, and that was tiny compared to the Clinch River breeder reactor, Solar One, the Triad ethanol plant, and the hundreds of billions wasted on synfuels.
Some things work out, some things don't.
Progressives say government's boondoggles are worth the risk.
I like the idea of government taking my dollars, my tax dollars, and investing in the technologies of tomorrow.
Progressives also like government forcing private companies to do it.
Those fuel efficiency standards have forced Detroit to innovate in ways that it might not have without them.
If government didn't dictate 35 miles per gallon, we wouldn't get there? We need government to force it?
I think we do need government to force it.
But no, we don't. While government spent billions, X Prize offered a $10 million prize for a car that gets 100 miles per gallon.
The announcement sparks an immediate and powerful worldwide response.
We're in. We got to do this. We're going to go for this in a big way.
To meet the challenge, some teams use gasoline, electricity, even compressed air.
130 teams around the world entered. It's proving what's possible.
The design phase was first. Cars had to pass a looks test. Then came the safety and performance tests. Most teams were eliminated.
Oh well, we had the range, we had the mileage, but in the 0 to 60, our transmission just didn't hold up.
This team won the prize with a car that got 102 miles per gallon.
I can't buy these cars.
Not yet, but these cars are slowly getting into production. Components of them are going into the large auto manufacturers.
One more example.
Thousands of gallons of crude oil are oozing.
Government took charge after the BP oil spill.
Make no mistake, we'll continue to do whatever is necessary.
Have we brought in the best and the brightest of all the minds that could deal with this?
No, government hadn't.
We started looking at this and said, you know, reinventing how to clean up oil on the surface hasn't changed since the Exxon Valdez 21 years earlier.
So how would he improve it?
I don't know, but the competition will bring the best ideas to the top.
And it's odd to hear you say, I don't know. The government assumption is that someone in government does know and can pick, but you're giving away all this money and you say, I don't know.
We don't pick the winner in advance like the government does in research. The research funding agency says, you're a good researcher, here's money. We flip it and say, I don't know which of you 100 teams are the best one, but the one who achieves this will pay you. We only pay for success.
And I'm waiting for that great big check.
So Wendy Schmidt offered a $1.5 million prize for a faster way to clean up oil.
350 teams around the world registered to enter that competition.
We gave it our best shot, and we'll see what happens.
Some teams had no prior experience with oil spills.
We get asked all the time, we go, how long have you been in the oil industry? And well, counting today?
The top 10 teams went head-to-head at the world's largest oil spill cleanup facility in New Jersey, and 7 of the 10 teams doubled the pre-existing standards that had been used to clean up oil for the last 20 years.
If we get this pump working, we will win.
One of the teams that doubled it was a team that met in a Las Vegas tattoo parlor. I kid you not. You can't make up this stuff. And they built a scale model in one of the guys' pools. And it still doubled the ability to clean up oil spill from the last 21 years.
So for 20 years, they tried and they can clean up oil spills, but only at a certain speed. With a prize, you double it.
Actually, the winning team for the prize quadrupled it.
Why can't the Environmental Protection Agency lead stuff like this?
Well, they could, but they didn't, did they?
No, they can't!
Just because government can't, that doesn't mean we can't. We can. Individuals succeed, while government fails. That's our show. I'm John Stossel. Thanks for watching.
crime.